Slongi and Stew's unavailable right now.
Are we doing that one again? I thought that was the other video script. Slongi, what do we have today?
They're the man who sells human remains.
I forgot my line. Can you do it, Slongi?
Yes, they discovered our third career.
Oh, did they discover a third career?
Let's go.
One of the most
Well, there's your warning. If you think it's spooky, run for your life and cry like a baby.
I was pretty sure, like a few seconds ago, like it was a picture of Mrs. Stew. Wait, can we go back, Slongi, just to show the fans, in case they meet Mrs. Stew in the street? Yep. Yep. Yep.
one of the most expensive.
Yeah, right here.
This is the prettiest girl I've ever seen. What you're
One of the
fighting me
most
over whether
expensive
my wife is
items
the
I own
prettiest
a
girl I've ever
skin
seen?
mask. It's a Victorian.
Was that the same face as like the last one? Because this is not what Mrs. Stew looks like. Her beard's way longer.
It's a Victorian prostitute's vagina. It's something I'd quite like to acquire. I have sold
Who
human
wouldn't like to
remains for
acquire that?
thousands of pounds, and this is how I did it.
Yeah.
There's some poo
How to
from
get
Kylie
rich.
Minogue, which is nice. Alice is a mummified European lady from the 1800s. I'm just gonna take some photos of her to show to someone who's potentially interested
Did Mrs. Stew shaved?
Just her legs.
in giving her a new home. I've seen them sell up to 25,000. If she was
Okay, £25,000. We'll call it 30 grand. Real money.
Oh, she's heavy.
Are you thinking, Slongi, are you spending 30 grand on the mummy?
No.
You'd spend more than that on your mother, though. Isn't that another word for mother?
Yeah.
a gypsy,
That was a long dad joke,
you know,
guys.
you
Sorry,
could
I
start at
apologise.
100,000.
What?
Henry Scragg, and I deal in macabre curiosities and interesting things. All good cabinets should squeak. This girl here is Mary.
I know we've stopped a lot of times already, guys, but we're going to fact check false that all good cabinets should not squeak.
She's got hair and she's got her original dentures.
She has her original dentures, which are the teeth she got after she died.
The most expensive deal I had done is a job lot of medical specimens, one of which had Mermaid Syndrome, one of which had 2 heads.
How many actual medical specimens have mermaids in them? We went over Santa Claus, the
Like
Easter
one
Bunny, right?
something to something.
It seems like 0, right? Because mermaids are a made-up thing. If anyone's like, I'm a medical professional,
You're
and
made up.
I treat mermaids. Turns
Mermaids are
out-
treats.
Turns out Slongi absolutely still believes in mermaids. Okay, we're gonna keep going.
One of which was a cyclops. And
Hey, we reacted to one once, remember?
Awesome. If we were so good at YouTube, we'd have a link in the description, guys. But let's just hope YouTube recommends it next, because YouTube's better than us.
they sold for about £40,000.
Do you want it in
He-
copper or do you want it in
He seems
silver?
like an expensive
copper.
date so far.
Yeah, do that one.
It's a fairly small group of people who are trusted to sell this kind of thing. eBay doesn't allow it, Gumtree doesn't allow it. There are certain guidelines and
That because they're selling corpses, there should be rules against that. I don't want to go to eBay and like, you know, can you have 5 corpses here by Friday? Like, what does that encourage people to do? Like, hey, I'll pay $1,000 each.
Let's
for
go
a
to
corpse.
file the graves.
regulations you have to follow. You can buy and sell most things as long as it's not for tissue transplant, as long as it's not illegally obtained. They're hard to find and you have to hunt them down.
So you can't just go kill someone so you can sell the corpse on eBay. That's what I learned from this video so far, Slongi.
Wow. So
I
boring.
look everywhere.
Oh, I like the music, but I don't want to listen more.
You ever notice that thing on his beard looks like a snake hanging from it?
What? A snake hanging from his dreadlocks or his beard?
Beard.
In
Huh?
Hackney,
Oh my god!
and it's
I thought he was wearing a
basically
tie.
cocktail bar with many curiosities thrown in.
Or is he gonna
And
sell
a
it at the black
cheeky little
market?
museum hidden downstairs.
It's pretty dark in that market.
I've always had an interest in things.
Did you guys see the popcorn? Best popcorn ever. If you can,
What happens when the skull pops? Its brains come out?
I just assumed like the little kernels were like super well engineered, so everything becomes like a skull when the kernel pops. That's what I was thinking. Slongi, this is probably this is your $1 trillion idea right here. Work out how to do that.
An interest in things. I think it was mainly when my father left. Apparently that's when I needed to fill this void, and I started hoarding things. In these
Like his facial hair, he's hoarding that shit, guys. He has
And a
been
bunch of
hoarding it.
snakes from his head.
Is he the male version of Medusa?
jars
Even has a
are
snake beard.
various examples of celebrity poo. Up here is Amy Winehouse's poo, and there's some poo from Kylie Minogue as well.
Do we think those actors, singers,
Whatever's they are.
yeah, do you think they really sell their poo in a jar?
I'm looking for anything what stands out that I want.
Is
to
Rick in a
own
fish?
or someone else would be interested in.
Oh.
So this piece here
Iconic.
is something that I'd quite like to acquire. It's a Victorian wet specimen of a prostitute's vagina, which
It's an
aren't
unusual thing
exactly
to come
easy things
across.
to come by.
Yeah, I mean, a
think
lot of people
there's
came
loads of
across
people
it,
I don't
who
come
but
across them very often.
but not
Not
necessarily
today.
wet ones.
not today. You're correct.
The collector wasn't about today because he is gallivanting around Africa on the hunt for some voodoo artifacts. But I'm hoping that when he gets back,
Does voodoo come from Africa?
Does it?
I thought it was like, or maybe. So I was thinking it was like a Jamaican, New Orleans area type thing. But so maybe I'm mistaken, guys. Maybe it does come from Africa originally.
we can have a talk about his vagina. If I've got money, then I tend to spend it on stock. And with stock, I can make money. One of the most expensive items I own is the human skin mask. I've had someone offer me £5,000 for it. I turned them down because I want to hold on to it. It was
The guy went in at $5,000, Slongi.
He looks like he would be like some sort of steampunk kind of guy.
I agree. We're going to talk about the face mask. Someone came in and offered him we'll just do it in dollars. He offered $5,000. He said no. How much would you pay to get the human skin mask? Are you going $6,000, $7,000? It's a $10,000 item.
Like $10.
Yeah, I can't believe I'd take the $5,000. Like hell, I'd chop off Slongi's face like for $5,000, right? Of course, I wouldn't YouTube. It's a joke because my son don't chop off faces anymore on our channels. Give us that
Yes, only legs.
It's probably about 2013. I was working as a gardener, and in my spare time and obsessively searching for things online to buy, and that's when I found the real human skull, which then led on to buying the collection of them. And I think I paid maybe £3,500–4,000. When I sold them, I probably got about the same kind of money back. But what I
So he bought the skulls to start his business. One of the parts of business, Slongi, is
Sell for more than you bought it for.
oh, so you've worked this out already, and he's like, "Hey, I got a good deal. I got the same money back. You guys are suckers. You lost. You made money when you could have broke even."
also got is online recognition. So the beauty of Instagram is that with the hashtags, with the
I so missed it, Slongi. I was thinking the whole time he's probably an Instagram model.
And I thought I was wearing a sweater for a second.
He did
Maybe a hoodie.
one of those things. I really just stopped this here for the thumbnail. Look at that thumbnail. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's so pretty. Looks like Liam.
the products, you can get followers around the world. Every 10,000 followers, I will give away a human skull. When I started with Curiosities from the 5th,
I swear to goodness, I hope he never gets to like 700 billion like followers. Because he's going to be hurting for getting the human skills, right?
Corner. I was mainly doing it online, but having a location people can visit means that you're putting yourself out there. It takes time to build up a reputation. The kind of customers, they're always varied. So do you collect things?
Nah, mate, I'm just trying to get out of the rain. Rains a lot in this country. Just
Yeah, but-
like it's the first store that was open. Just
Break it down.
Bits and pieces.
Open doors,
Do you
break it
have
down.
much human stuff in your collection?
I saw the cameras that came in here, and I was like, I'm a wannabe actor, and like, would you like this chin? And then no, it turns out
Doesn't like the chin.
doesn't. Yeah, like imagine that. I have like 10 chins, Slongi, and they didn't like any of the 10. You have one
Really?
chin. What chance do you have? Like 10 to 1?
No.
No, I'm alright, thanks.
If someone's spending their hard-earned money, but they should get decent customer service. Right, these two babies here have sold,
Right.
but then yeah, we basically
Are these like 2 real babies?
babies.
got a selection of human skulls
like-
in here. I've
it's
got
like onion.
Most of the human stuff's out the back in cabinets. Yeah, let's go and have a little chat.
Yeah.
These specimens, they're not cheap, and understandably, a lot of people don't want to talk about the prices. It should be packed up enough.
So, Slongi, you don't have to worry about if you go to a store, you can buy anything, right? But imagine this: like normal people, when they go to a store, have to think about what stuff costs. So, like, if you had to worry about like our bearded friend here, it's like people don't like to talk about what it costs. And I don't think that's the right thing. I think the right thing is people don't want to be told they can't afford it, right? So if you went to a store and you're like, there's no price tags on anything, wouldn't you like say, hey, how much does this
Cost.
cost?
Okay, let's end this ramble now.
Right? Well, ending it.
That you're not going to have any spillages on the way home.
No, no, that's brilliant.
Thank you very much for that.
I'll see you again.
Cool, take it easy.
Okie dokie.
We are brought up in a society where if you like this kind of stuff, then you're weird. Best thing about what I do is probably the freedom I get. I'm just doing what I want to do, how I want to do it. Unfortunately, once something's died, there is no coming back. But to be able to take a positive out of death, I think is a wonderful thing.
Me too.
Nice. I like it. What do you think, Stu?
I like the before better than the after.
Wrong thing.
Oh, I meant I like this transformation.
Wrong
I've got-
thing.
I
I
was-
personally like this video.
excellent. like,
Especially the ending. Quite a nice ending, if you think, right?
he was doing something that he found he enjoyed, and if people pay,
Just even
Right.
making positives out of death. That's pretty awesome.
and who doesn't love death more than the Slongi and Stew channel?
It's our fourth career.
uh,
Third career is selling. Our fourth career is the actual killing part.
pretty sure none of us broke the terms of service.
Pretty sure. So anyways, fans, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Goodbye, everybody. I'll be in your window tonight.
Me too.